a moment of your time. Hello, and welcome back to Darksiders II Deathinitive Edition. I've once again
Perhaps we can help one another.
been and tried to find some fixes to the weird glitchy shadows and stuff.
A moment of your time.
So we need to talk to this guy again.
Ah, the Pale Rider. Isn't it?
I had no plan to visit. That I have been. I doubt it. I would redeem my. Guard your tongue.
We heard all this in the previous.
You were right.
Okay.
To seek the tree, but it is only the gateway. What you seek is the Well of Souls.
What is that?
The Well of Souls can restore humanity.
And more. The well channels the dead into this kingdom from every world, above and below. It is also how souls are brought back into creation when they are ready to be reborn.
This is not a new concept. In fact, it is a concept that I use in my own writing, well before I played this.
You still haven't said what you are.
The history of my people was burned to ash along with our world.
He also hasn't told us his name.
Forgotten even by those who destroyed them. Now, only the smoke remains.
I know he likes his pipe.
We were not the first, nor will we be the last. It is the way of things.
The way of things is balance.
And what balances life? Nothingness. Or corruption.
Ugh.
Eventually, it consumes us all.
So it would seem. None of this explains what you're doing here.
I am merely a humble merchant with a taste for the finer things. In life and in death.
You're not getting inside me. There we go.
And it would amuse me to offer you my wares.
Tree of life, tree of death, portals to other worlds. I know none of this. How is it I have remained so blind, or does your tongue only spit lies?
Much was kept from the Nephilim and from the Four.
Why?
Because power must be tempered with ignorance. If the Nephilim knew the true nature of the tree, all would have perished.
I forsook the Nephilim, became a warrior for the balance, even killed my own people. I protect these worlds, you and the tree, yet still I remain in the dark.
Forsaken, yes. Forgotten, lo, the Nephilim live on in you. But what do I know? I am but a simple merchant.
So yes, the Charred Council has kept knowledge of the true purpose and power of the Tree of Life and Death from the Four, because it was feared that they might abuse it, and if it word got out to the Nephilim in the first place, all of the Nephilim before Death slaughtered them all. Yeah, bad times all round for everybody. The Well of Souls, of course, we've heard mentioned already. It's mentioned in and used, in fact, in Darksiders 1. Azrael, the Archangel, is the guardian of the Well of Souls, and it is Straga, the last of the Destroyers Chosen, who draws his power directly from the well. So all the stuff that we did on the Black Throne was sorting out a lot of the power that was being drawn from that well. Timeline-wise, it is not particularly clear exactly how the events of this link up with the events of Darksiders. So I'm assuming the stuff that happens with the Well of Souls in this game takes place before the events that we actually play through in Darksiders 1. But it's not clear. All I know is that the ending syncs up.
What if I wish to return to the Forge Lands?
The Tree of Life has many portals, Rider. Some may help you retrace your path. Many portals are closed, but the ones to the Forge Lands remains open.
So there are 4 portals, one to the Forge Lands, and 3 others. So this is our actual hub.
All new items from lands near and far.
So Ostrogoth has a lot of stuff for sale, including some of our first epic quality stuff. All of this loot and what he has available at any time is randomized, as far as I am aware. And it's really expensive.
Pretend that I believe you. Where should my search begin?
You must scale the Serpent's Peak and summon the Eternal Throne. There the Lord of Bones slumbers. He will guide you to the well, or he will have your soul.
Oh, good.
Before you go, horseman, consider this. My people may be lost, but their relics yet remain. You may come across them in your travels. They are worthless to most, but valuable to me.
Oh, that cut his dialogue short. So in Darksiders 1, we had the Legion artifacts. Now we have the relics of those 3 categories that flashed up on the screen. So over here, surrounded by demons, we have a portal that will eventually take us to somewhere demonic. On the opposite side, we have some angels. Same applies to that. Down here, we have our portal back to the Forge Lands. And over here, we have a portal guarded by 2 very mysterious hooded figures with swords. And I couldn't spoil that for you because I can't remember where it goes. As I said, haven't played this anywhere near as much as I have the first one. So we are riding away from the tree into the lands of the dead, and this place is the Craglands. This place is just as big, if not bigger, than the place we've just came from. All of the zones in this game are pretty darn huge. There's lots to do. There's lots to explore. There's loads of little nooks and crannies all over the place. It is just take a look at the stuff. Whilst the kind of graphics and texture quality may realistically look a little bit dated now, the actual aesthetic that they've chosen to work with for this game still holds up really well. And one of the big complaints that I've seen about what people have seen of Darksiders 3 so far is that it's maybe lost some of the Darksiders aesthetic. I don't know how true that is because I've generally tried to avoid because I know they have been showing off a lot of the boss fights. And I kind of don't want to see the boss fights. I don't mind seeing like bits of the level and some puzzle solving and some basic combat. But I don't want to see the bosses. I want to be surprised by the bosses. You know, I know what they are, Because the whole point of the game is that you are fighting the 7 deadly sins and containing them. Where is it that I'm going? Is it over here? I think this place here. I think this is Argul's tomb. Shadow maps still all over the place. Lair of the deposed king. But there's a good chunk of stuff down here that I don't even know if we can do yet. Oh, hello. Come here. And to be honest, I can't actually remember why you come down here anyway. Apart from the fat loots, of course. Ah, scarabs everywhere. Delicious loots. These things you can one-shot kill. There's a thing there. Can you see the thing? That? I don't think it can hurt us.
This isn't working.
No. That is one of the creatures that we have to hunt down for what's his face? Thane. Those fat crits. Oh. Spikes down there. Boatman. A cheeky skeleton hiding in a crate. That's just rude. Yeah, I don't think there's anything really I can do down here. And as I said, a lot of the game is just best left till later. A relic of Etugoth, a common relic of the House of Etugoth, a noble family with strong ties to magic. Sell this relic to Ostagoth for your reward. Going up. Soul Arbiter's Sacred Scroll. Follow these coordinates to uncover a secret within the Soul Arbiter's maze. We will be doing the Soul Arbiter's maze much later on. But for now, actually... Can we access... At what level are we? 12. think I might not even be thinking about the right place here. I am not. No, this is one of the Tombs of the Dead. But you'll notice here that the enemies are level 16. So they're pretty decent XP. And they're not exactly difficult to kill. Especially with our... Oh. They will hit quite hard, I think, if I let them hit me. Oh man, those crits. Delicious. Lol, nope. Oh man, why did I not play with an axe or a heavy weapon before? So yeah, this is one of the. This is where the. Hold on. That's one of the frost, the stonebite things for Blackroot. I think that was his name. So this is not actually where I thought I was going at all. It's through here. No. Not what we want. Probably somewhere completely different. That shadow mapping is just weird. I'm sure I didn't have this problem before. Nice view of the Tree of Death. Right, let's actually continue on with the main story, because the game is long enough as it is without doing all the side content. Spooky stary? Spooky stary skeletons. They're different. They can't keep their eyes off you. No. Actually, did I want to go down there? Ah, no. This area we need to come back to later on. There's an ability that we need in order to get through there. Oh. Actually, no. It's not here either. Where? Where am I going? Not through there. Through there. A mysterious chamber full of friends. Wahahaha. Get a nice view of some mysterious atmospherics. Of course, you couldn't get any of this kind of stuff on Earth. Right. Now, I know this is a puzzle. That might look a bit familiar to some of you if you've watched my Warmastered playthrough. It's a different colour, but looks a lot like... I can't see that from around here. This may or may not be how you do this. I actually can't remember. He's correct. All we need to do is get this key. So this is another one of those little kind of mini dungeons of passage where you have to solve a couple of puzzles in order to get to the area that you need to go. You'll notice we've got 3 coffins there because we've upgraded our ghouls. Oh. Muppet. It's not that. It's this way. Oh, yeah. Don't think we need to come back here, so I'll just leave that as is. As is? Light? No. There's a reference a lot of people won't get. It's from one of my favourite films. The Fifth Element. If you've watched The Fifth Element, did you enjoy it? And if you did enjoy it, what is your favourite line from it? Sound off in the comments below. There are a lot of very quotable lines from that film. This is Light being one of the ones that I always remember. Oh, hi friends! Curse smash. Incidentally, there is an inventory limit. You can run out of space. Ooh. Stairs down. Into the bowels. Oh god, it's so satisfying. Are you still alive? Well, I suppose alive is relative. Oh. What was that? Oh, yes. This statue here is important later. Not so important now. Probably shouldn't put you there guarding, mate. You weren't very useful. And that takes us out into the moor, which we shall explore next time. Thanks very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit the thumbs up and consider subscribing. Remember to ring the bell to be notified when new videos go live. And until next time, Toodle Pip.